Hello, fellow author. Welcome back to the Writing Corner. Today, we are going to talk about the next vital piece in your writing, and that's simply creating the space to write. I know that life can be overwhelming. When I started writing, I was a wife. I was a mother. My children were a little bit younger. I was a full-time employee. I volunteered at my local church. So I know that adding one more dimension seems undoable, but can I tell you that it is very doable? So I had to look at the hard facts, and I'm gonna challenge you to look at the hard facts. There's 24 hours in a day. If you subtract 8 for sleeping, if you subtract 8 from working, or maybe give or take another hour, an extra hour, you may have 6 to 8 hours to play with. You only need at least an hour. 1 hour out of your day. So that means that you may have to sacrifice in other areas, but I guarantee you, if you stick with this, if you take 1 hour, let's say 3 to 4 days a week, ideally, if you could do it a day, if you could find an hour a day to write, you will have that manuscript written in no time. The hardest part is really believing that you can do it. Once you get into the writing phase, once you start writing, it almost as if it's like a fountain that breaks open inside of you and it's just bubbling, and you'll find yourself, you can't break away from it. So just find an hour. So here's some ideas. It's some things that I did. I had to commute to work, so it took me about 30 to 40 minutes. So within that time frame, I would have my pad, I would have my pen, and I would just be jotting down and writing. Or I would use my break, my 30 minutes or my hour for lunch. And I just used it to write. So really it's about sacrificing. If you sacrifice now, the benefit will pay off later. So the other thing that I had to do was I had to cut off that television. I can watch Netflix, I can watch Amazon Prime, I can watch seasons and episode after episode. Before I know it, I will have wasted or enjoyed, I should say, 2 to 3 hours. Now imagine if I would have taken that time to write. So there are areas that we need to identify in our lives where okay, let me shave the fat here, let me shave the time here, let me put that towards my writing moment. Or and you find the space in the house. So what I also did was, so it's not just identifying when, sometimes it's identifying where can I write. You need that solitude, you need that quiet time. So what I would do is I would just have a conversation with my family. I had a conversation with them, and I would say, hey, I can't be disturbed from this time to this time, and they honored it. So if I'm you may not have a place in your house where you can hide away. I didn't have that. I had an apartment, or I had a condo, and I just had to say, just give me this break from this time to this time, and it was honored. Or okay, I can't do that because my house is too chaotic. Sometimes it's just about packing up your stuff and going to my favorite place, which is the library. I know it's archaic, but I'm telling you, there's something about being around books when you're writing a book. It is so rewarding. So you can go there. A coffee shop, I've also done that. Just an hour. Just an hour. And you will be amazed at how quickly you will get through. And it may just be, your first manuscript, your first draft to your manuscript, but it is a first draft. Your first draft would have been written. And if you do this for a week to 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, I'm guaranteeing you will have, if not a completed manuscript, you're quite possibly close to it. If you take an hour out of your day for 3 to 4 times a week, and if you can fit in more days, and you will be well on your way to having your book finished in its first phase, and that's getting that manuscript just written. So start today. Find some time in your day and just shut it down. Just shut it down. Cut off the television. Just cut things off. Just shut it down and just get a quiet place and just start. Now, The next video, because I know you're thinking, okay, Nikki, well, what do I fill that time with? So the next video that you're going to watch, because we're going to end here, this video is just to encourage you to find your space. Find your space. Find your writing space of when and where you're going to do it, and commit that hour. Commit. Break it up if you have to. 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, but get that hour in. So up next with us, it is filling that information. So it's compiling the information in. What am I filling that time with? Join me for the next one.